reminder, especially since it's been a minute since we really had a storm like this. You got to be careful when you're on the roads.
Yeah, travel in that direction not advised, because that 1 to 2 feet of snow, that's additional snow on top of what they've already picked up. And we've got plenty of rain making its way into the Bay Area. Same storm system still out over the Pacific, and our weather pattern is going to remain unsettled until it passes by. And that's not going to happen until late tomorrow. Drier weather, warmer weather by the end of the work week, but it is not warm and it's not dry as we look out there right now. Here's that band of heavy rain making its way onshore in the Bay Area, and there is some of that snow starting to fly in the Sierra. That's going to intensify as this moisture makes its way up into the higher elevations. Let's zoom in for a closer look what's happening in the Bay Area right now. You can see some of the heaviest rain is still offshore, but moderate rainfall for most of San Francisco at the moment, with some pockets of heavier rain around Daly City towards South San Francisco and then down the peninsula as well. For the North Bay, it's light to moderate rain. Gets a little bit heavier as you head farther west towards the coast, with some pockets of heavier downpours about to move into Santa Rosa. Farther to the south and even on the east side of the bay, now starting to see a few light showers. There are the heavier downpours around Half Moon Bay that are going to make their way through the coastal ranges and then across the bay. And everybody's going to get into the action as we head through the rest of this evening. Even farther south, you're not seeing any rain yet in San Jose, but the Santa Cruz Mountains are picking up some of that light to moderate rainfall. We'll zoom out and put everything in motion, and you can see that this is sweeping in from the west, and the moderate rain extends pretty far out over the ocean, but there's the back edge of it. So this isn't going to last forever. We're going to stay in this off and on pattern as we head through about the next 24 to 30 hours or so. Things should be winding down before midnight tomorrow night. Futurecast just shows more waves of rain lining up late tonight, so it's not going to rain everywhere all the time. But keep the umbrella handy, keep the rain jacket handy, because Wednesday is going to be another unsettled day with a wave of moderate rain moving through, maybe a little bit of small hail or a few rumbles of thunder, and then a dry break, and then another wave of rain moving through. Gradually, as we head through tomorrow evening, things are going to taper off. You can kind of see a little pinwheel shape here. That's the heart of that storm system, and once that dives down to the south, things are going to come to an end, and we'll see decreasing clouds on Thursday with drier weather taking over. Storm Prediction Center has once again outlined us for a risk of just general thunderstorms, no severe weather threat at all, but don't be alarmed if you hear a rumble of thunder, whether that's tonight or during the daylight hours tomorrow. I think more likely tomorrow also for that threat of small hail, just because the center of that storm system is going to be more directly overhead. How much rain are we going to see? Let's zoom in on the North Bay, and amounts are going to vary depending on whether or not those heaviest downpours, which are surrounded by areas of lighter rain, decide to visit any one particular spot. So anywhere from around 1/4 of an inch to some spots picking up close to 2/3, even 3/4 of an inch of rain. But these numbers could easily change places just depending on where those heaviest downpours decide to track. Farther south, we'll see some amounts in the same range, 1/4 inch to 3/4 of an inch. Some spots get picking up closer to 1 inch of total rainfall. And of course, the Santa Cruz Mountains a little bit more than that. A few locations approaching 1.5 inches. But even over the burn scars there, I think we should be able to avoid any debris flow problems just because the rain will fall in waves rather than just all at once. Drops on the camera lens right now as we look out. Temperatures topped out in the mid to upper 60s in a few spots. This doesn't look correct at all. I think temperatures were only in the 50s, so the computer is throwing a curveball at us. Maybe they don't like the rain either. We love the rain because we definitely need it. It's not going to erase our rainfall deficit, but every little bit definitely helps. Current temperatures, I know this is accurate, everybody's in the 50s except Half Moon Bay. 46 degrees, and it's raining heavily. That's raw. Temperatures are going to drop down into the 40s area-wide. Around Half Moon Bay and Pacifica, your temperatures don't change at all, staying right around 46. The very chilliest spots in the North Bay dipping into the upper 30s. And then high temperatures tomorrow reaching up into the low to mid 50s. This is 5 to 10 degrees below average for this time of year, but it's not going to last too long. We warm up a little bit Thursday as we dry out, and then back to near normal temperatures for Friday and Saturday. One change to the 7-day forecast, it does look like there's a better chance of showers Sunday late in the day, continuing into early Monday. It's not going to be as substantial as what we're seeing right now, but it is another chance for some much needed rainfall as we head towards the middle of March. We'll keep you updated on that, and I'll have another radar update coming up at 6 o'clock.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.